I cannot get enough of kissing her. He's just so perfect. You're just a little baby. My little baby fever is complete. Yes. In today's video, we're going to discuss how much it costs finding our midwives and what was it like the first 24 hours after giving birth at home. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. So we're gonna go back in time. Can you say we're gonna go back in time?
And then you want us to like make sure your bleeding and stuff is good before you...
It's just like a hospital birth. Well, not really. Yeah, definitely not like hospital birth. After we gave birth, and I was extremely weak because I just had pushed her out, my husband did skin to skin with Navy instead because I didn't have enough energy to do so.
You just grab her.
Look at you, you got tears. Oh, Will. Yep,
Happy birthday. Look at you, you're natural. He knows.
Oh, look at you. It seems like it got cold a little. Like the heating pad.
As they were doing skin to skin, it was, when I say, the most fulfilling thing to see. He didn't get to experience that when we did the hospital birth because, like, the fathers are typically forgotten about. The midwives try to include them as much as possible. To see him interact with her, it was just the most precious thing that I've ever saw. Oh, baby. There is nothing like climbing into your own bed after giving birth. Oh, it was like heaven. I was so happy to have a shower and to climb into my own bed after giving birth. Never in my life felt that before. They stayed with us 6 hours to monitor me and baby girl. So, and then of course she was born with a little jaundice. So I had to sit her in front of the sunlight just to kind of get those UV rays into her skin, and that helped with, you know, decreasing the bilirubin.
It's good that her suture lines are approximated and nothing else is going on with her fontanelles. Like what you see, like here, this little bridge here, it just comes from molding, trying to get out of your pelvis. So it'll go back down. I don't see any hair whirls or anything that's abnormal with her head, okay?
Okay.
We look at her little brows. I'm sorry, you got good brows, girl. We make sure her eyes and ears are in line.
That is crazy.
Yeah, if you want to come over here, look at her. You like,
She like, I'm gonna hold off on.
Yeah, because she interested, but she just like, she don't know for sure.
Baby sister.
No.
Y'all know how she is.
Baby sister.
She looking at Gabby. No, but...
Don't do this. No one on this. Don't kill you, Gabby.
Yeah.
I know she said Gabby, and that's it.
Alright, then. So, Will, what you're gonna do is hold like this, okay? Like, well, you probably need to come where I am. You just can't hold the gold. You have to only hold the silver. And you may have to hold it with both hands.
Cheese.
All the things that you will typically do at the hospital, like fill out the information for a birth certificate, social security card, newborn screenings, in case the baby needed, you know, CPR. They had oxygen tanks. They had medication. So they had this medication in case you bled too much, so it will stop with the bleeding. Oh, what's wrong? Come on. This is why mommy hasn't been making videos, because it's kind of hard these days. So the next day, that Sunday, the midwife came over to weigh Navy. So as she was weighing her, she noticed that she was dropping more weight than she's supposed to. So she was 6 pounds and 13 ounces. And so when she came back and weighed her the next day, she was 6 pounds and 4 ounces. Like, that was huge. So we couldn't figure out like why. We couldn't figure out why she was losing weight. So we thought, well, maybe because, you know, she wasn't eating, she was sleeping more. So what I needed to do is just wake her out of her sleep to feed her more. And so that's what I did. So we had appointments, our postnatal care. So we made it to our appointment. After we made it to our appointment, we noticed that she lost even more weight. So at this point, I'm in tears. Like, what new mom wants to hear that their baby is losing weight? And, you know, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're feeding them, you're waking up. Basically, no, it wasn't no basically. I was in tears. I was devastated because I thought it was something that I was doing wrong. Because she was clearly eating a lot because she was pooing a lot. So her jaundice levels were going down. So that was a good sign. So, we were like, what is going on? During her checkup, they noticed something was a little different with her tongue. So her tongue started to make like a heart shape at the tip. As she cried a little bit more, because they wanted to kind of observe her as she cried. She's right here.
Oh. Hey, what's Navy? Right here. Papa.
So they noticed that she had a tongue tie. She had a posterior tongue tie. Hint why she was losing weight, because what was happening was she was beat out. That hurt. So they noticed that she had a posterior tongue tie, and so we had to send her off. Well, they gave us some information about a specialist. No, but stop it. And we scheduled her appointment. And usually, like, those appointments have a long wait. So, but since she was a newborn, they squeezed her in literally like 3 or 4 days. My husband and I, we did not want to see our baby, even though it was a little procedure, a little outpatient procedure. We did not want to see her bleed. We were scared that she was going to cry. You know, we had, and of course, YouTube and Google always make things look way worse. So we were like traumatized from watching all the videos leading up to the outpatient procedure. So when they did the procedure on her, the procedure literally took 2 seconds, like, because we exited the room and we were like, okay, we're going to walk the halls until they're done. So we walked midway down the hall and they were like, all done. And we were like, wait, what? So like the comments on my birth vlog was quite interesting, because I didn't know how the lack of knowledge that people had about home birth. But now that I know, I was like, okay, I have to make a video kind of educating people that the reason why we chose a home birth is because we did the research. Like, my husband was totally against it at first. So it was one of those things where we did very in-depth research, and then when you go pick out a midwife, well, at least with our situation, our midwife had a orientation period. So where you can ask all the questions and get educated before, at the end of the day, they have to accept you on as a patient, because they have to get all your information from your OB in order to bring you on as a patient. So once we got to that point where, you know, we did the orientation, we got accepted. We're in potty training phase. So potty training has been going really good.
Boo-boo.
You boo-boo. Let's go to the pot. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you.
Mama.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions or concerns, just make sure you comment below.